get ready, ladies and gentlemen, because I am about to sit here and go, this is the greatest hero I have ever played in this game ever. It is also the benchmark for new hero design in this game right now, for however long this video ends up being. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm Stylosa, and this is Unit Lost. So, wow, holy hell. So, I played Moira at BlizzCon. I played her in the press room, where the press go, and the press are terrible, because they don't even know how to play games, basically. They're terrible. Played her on the show floor, played her at the streaming station, then played her on the PTR, and I'm like, yeah, I like this hero. I think she's kind of cool. I think her impact is like, hey, yeah, it'll be fine, it's okay. I watched some pros play her in pro scrims, you know, where they just get together and train with each other. Hey, yeah, it's cool. And then I played her on live with, wow, wow. I have had the greatest experience I've had for a very, 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 very long time, guys, on Overwatch. And it was in quick play on Moira. What? Like, I would never have imagined I would even be saying that. Like, it's just what is going on? Like, what? Like, let me just rein this back, because I am in danger here of just sitting and going, oh my god, this hero is so amazing. It's just ridiculously good. It's amazing. It's beautiful. Blah, 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 blah. Why? Why is that the case, though? This hero, I think it just fits my personal playstyle really, really well. There's a lot of options, right? There's a lot of things you can do. It's kind of similar to Anna in a way, right? I like Anna because Anna has got a varied kit. So does this hero. But I play Soldier, I play Winston, I play Reinhardt. Those are kind of the heroes that I go to. Not this hero, but I didn't think, or this kind of playstyle, but I didn't think this was the playstyle that would have worked for me until it was actually given to me. And that's the brilliance of this hero. Like, when you look, I think there was there's a quote Steve Jobs made. It's something about consumers don't know what they need, so you have to give it to them, basically. And I didn't know what I wanted from this game in a new hero. And like, look at this. That was a terrible use of the ultimate there. Moira is just fantastic. Oh my days. All right, let's talk about how she fits into the game and what's going on and why I'm like so in love with this hero. So you can see me using Fade now. Fade is a ridiculously strong ability. It's on a very short cooldown, and I expect this to get increased, possibly, because she is very, very mobile. This makes her very, very survivable. It means when you're in a bad position with Moira, you can just get out of that position. And I really, really like that. It's so cool, right? I like it. I don't want it changed. Maybe it will get changed. Her damage output isn't insane, but it's enough to cause her to be a problem. Watch this, right? See how she threw the ball out there on Genji. Genji's jumping around. I'm not burning Genji down. Like, yeah, he's getting healed by Mercy, but it's enough to push him away. It's enough to say, no, Genji, get out of it. And you will see throughout this clip, and I believe I've got a clip of Ilios as well, where you can, I mean, like here, look at the damage that I did there. Threw my ball into her, went straight in and just killed her. Locked onto her and killed her. You can't use your primary fire through a barrier, so like barriers will block that. But she's just so flexible. And I really like this dynamic on heroes where you have to go between healing, between damage, between being defensive, between being offensive. Like, you know, there's a lot of heroes in this game which are just straight up offensive, yeah? Straight up supports. This blend, like, when I first seen it, and obviously like with the comments Jeff made at BlizzCon, where he's like, oh, Moira OPAF and all of that stuff, right? I don't necessarily think she is OPAF. I think she's really good. But one of the things Jeff was trying to stress is, look, yeah, we know she's a hybrid. We know she's damage and she's a healer. But she's actually a really good healer and she's decent damage. Like, can that exist in this game, right? Are we looking at a thing here which could literally be the go-to main healer all of the time, yeah? And then you sort of build other healers around it. I don't know, right? What I will say now is the maps that I'm showing you me playing her on here, this is, obviously it's quick play, right? So this isn't competitive. The team builds probably are not as great as they could be. But this is Moira. Moira is a beast on Moira because you can hit everybody from all over the place, from every angle, all of the time on this final point. She is a monster. And I think that's where we're going to go with this hero. You'll see when we go to Ilios later on. Again, she's powerful on some points, maybe not so much on other points, but she is a supremely powerful healer when everybody is bunched up together. And this kind of makes me think, right, what's going to go on with it? Like, how's the meta going to change? What's going to happen? Well, I mean, you look at my stats here, right? I'm gold in the limbs, silver damage, silver healing. Now, I don't know about the quality of the players I'm playing with, but that is really good, right? And I've also seen people doing ludicrous amounts of healing with this hero. But that's if your team is built to allow you to do that. Because when you look at her gear set, her kit, the biotic orb she throws out to heal, that slows down based on the number of targets in the area, but it only heals up to a certain amount, then it disappears. So the more targets, the faster it will disappear, yeah? but also you can primary fire through them, which is obviously going to heal. I mean, look at that, look at that. It's bouncing of the balls as well. Oh my god. Like I said on Twitter, like I want to juggle some balls, right? But it's so cool bouncing these balls off walls, knocking them all over the place, trying to get them in like really cute positions. Like, I don't know what soldier was doing there. Obviously, they're probably a special soldier, and as such he died. But you've just got so many options with this hero. You can move in, you can move out. You can use damage orb, heal orb. You can bounce them off surfaces. You can primary heal. This just healing through people is super strong. You can damage people. Now, it's not a symmetrical beam. I've covered this, I think, in quite a few videos. What it essentially is Zarya's primary fire with a bit of symmetrical beam. So once you lock onto a target, or once you target somebody and fire, it will then lock onto them, provided they're within range. This ability, though, and poor Genji trying to deflect it. You can't deflect this, Genji. You're dead. This ability is like, oh my god. All right. I thought this was bad. And I still think it kind of is one of the weaker support ultimates in the game. Possibly the weakest. But it is so versatile. Ways I was thinking of using that ultimate, so this is Coalescence, which heals and does damage at the same time, in a massive linear beam. You also move faster when you use it as well, because you sort of hover and fly. You don't fly as such like Valkyrie, you just sort of hover, like Zen kind of thing, but you get faster movement speed when you do it. I was using it in very cut and dry scenarios. It was like, okay, the enemy have grabbed our team, I'm going to Coalescence through it to try and keep them alive. It doesn't really work like that, because if they follow up with damage, they'll probably kill you. Instead, you can use it as this sort of like very vicious, like, oh god, you can just pump damage into somebody when it's 1v1, like you watched me do to Genji, where Genji had no chance. Genji could not have killed me there. I'm pumping damage into him. He has no chance, right? He has to get the hell out of there. Or you can suddenly turn it on and start tracking maybe a Genji on your team who is using Dragon Blade to keep him alive, or there are just so many options. Like, if I was to write down all the options with this hero right now, it would be a massive list. Like, there is so much you can do. Like, it is phenomenal. I mean, look at this. Genji wants to take me on 1v1. All right, okay. Genji got a decent hit on me there. Probably could have done some damage to me. But the thing is, I can just disengage and get the hell out of there. So many options. And this is beautiful. Watch this. This is Mercy coming in. See Mercy there? Thinking she can do the old res. And then she finds out, uh-oh, I've got a 1.75 second cast time. So now I'm dead because I've been blasted in the face by Moira's Coalescence. That is beautiful, because Mercy just flying in there, rezzing and running away, it's not great. It doesn't feel great. You can still do that with Mercy if you use Valkyrie, because then res is still instant cast. So, like I said, Mercy, I think, is going to be in a really good place now. And the game is in a much better place, even from just playing the game last night in quick play with Moira. It just feels in such... I feel like I've gone back to launch. Like, I feel like this game is... Suddenly it's had life re-injected into it, and all they've done is made a minor balance change and added a hero, which I didn't think was actually going to be too, like, mind-blowing to me, but it's just, oh, it's just sending me into crazy place. Anyway, what can you do with this hero? This is the thing, right? And I want you guys to understand this. If you see this hero in your game in competitive, yeah, when she's eventually enabled, I think she's not enabled for 7 days, but when she is enabled in competitive, this is a strong hero. This is a hero that if the player knows what they're doing, right, they're going to be just as effective as taking any other kind of support to a point. I do think she's map dependent, right? And I know that right now I am getting taken aback by just how much fun I'm having with this hero, which is surely the primary objective, right, of a new hero. It has to be fun, right? They did this with Doomfist. He was kind of fun. Well, he was fun for the person playing Doomfist, but not for the enemy team getting annihilated by Doomfist. I don't think Moira has the same sort of, like, oh yeah, she's really fun to play, but also, oh, it's not that fun for the enemy team because Moira's like annihilating you. All the games that I played had Moira in, yeah? Moira, never at any point in those games did I feel like, oh, that's BS. I can't believe Moira's just done that. Which she did get with Doomfist, right? Because she'd just be instantly killed. Never feels great, right? I get played, look at that, 34 eliminations, silver damage, silver healing. Actually, I almost did as much damage as healing. These are like unheard of figures. Now, I don't know whether they're going to stay and allow this to be in the game. Maybe this is the direction they want the game to be in. Sometimes I worry with Blizzard, and sometimes I think that they've made these changes and it's kind of like they fell on their feet. They've got a little bit lucky. You know what I mean? It's like, oh. But anyway, it still is early days, and I am really enamored with this hero. It is so cool. Like, I think this is a hero I'm going to play a hell of a lot. Anyway, let's go to... Ilios, and let's take a look here, because what I'm going to try and do here is I'm expecting the enemy team to come into here, so I'm bouncing my ball up and down. They don't come into here. That there is going to be a supremely powerful tactic, because we go back to what I was saying about this hero having like a venomous sting, like a vicious sort of kick. It's like that. Like, it can do things you just don't expect it to do. Like Hanzo here, yeah, he gets me with a headshot, I'm dead. Hits me with a scatter arrow, I'm probably dead. But I've got Fade, so I can outplay his scatter arrow. If we're in a close sort of quarters environment, I can bounce my heal orb off the walls to heal me, or I can go for the damage orb to damage him. There are so many options, and this is what this hero is going to come down to, this beautiful flow, this beautiful play. You'll watch me throughout this clip. You've probably noticed me do it on Moira, and I'll definitely do it on this map here, where I will heal instead of damaging. I will damage instead of healing. It's this duality to the hero, and it's so fun. Like, once you get that down, you get like this is a hero where you are going to be able to see who is good at the hero. And that to me is very attractive because I like to like put myself against people and say, hey, am I really that good? Can I, you know, have much of an impact? What am I like compared to people who are actually good at these heroes? Whereas with some heroes in the game, I've never really quite felt like that. You know, I really like playing Reinhardt, and I always like to watch pro Reinhardt players, and I like to try and learn off them. The problem is though, Reinhardt can feel a little bit like, oh well, my team's not doing great, so I kind of feel like I'm sort of screwed in a way. This hero seems to get around that. Now, whether this is just because I've had a bunch of really good games in quick play and I'm like suddenly thinking it's the greatest hero ever, I mean, that's yet to be decided. When we get her in competitive, that's when we'll find out about this hero. That's by Soldier. That's when we'll know how powerful this hero actually is. And we're about to see like a great use here of Coalescence, which again, I threw my orb into this area here, so it's bouncing around. Blast Coalescence into it. The damage output and the healing is okay, but when coupled with all of the stuff my team were pumping in behind me, it's so powerful. And that's the thing, right? In a team fight, this isn't an ultimate you can use which will just wipe out the enemy team. It's not like what you've seen in the hero trailer where it's like, oh look, Moira just kills everybody with the beam. She can't do that. She can if they're low health. But what happened there was we pushed forward with that. The team seen that as the go signal and they dived in. This got me thinking, right? I started to think, this could be really good because it's almost like an initiation call. It's like a massive alarm going off. Uh-oh, Moira's using Coalescence. Let's go, let's go, let's go. If that's going to be a thing, then that is going to be beautiful. I honestly believe this hero is... Oh, it's so good. Like, whoever came up with the design concept for this hero, I think Jeff Goodman is the lead hero designer, but whoever proposed this initially, I want to find you and I want to give you a massive hug. This is awesome. Like... This is awesome. I can't stress how good this is. This is absolutely ridiculous. Like, I'm finding it hard to explain this, but I want you guys to go out there and play because she is just crazy. Even if you're not a support player, right? I don't ever class myself as like, oh, I'm a DPS player or whatever. I'm a player that plays what the team needs, right? Within reason, right? Provided I can play their heroes, right? Sometimes I'll say, look, guys, you know, maybe I'm not going to be the best on Mercy because I'm not. I'm not that good with Mercy anyway. So if I had to play Mercy, I might go, guys, can somebody else play Mercy? But I feel like this hero is just... I mean, look at this. I mean, yeah, there's a Pharah helping me there do damage, but what, look at that. There is no other support in this game where you get that level of sort of fun at that kind of, like... And oh, I mean, maybe there is. And like you said, maybe I'm just taking this to extremes because I'm just, like, blown away by this hero. But I can't believe how radically different this hero is just after playing it on live compared to playing it at BlizzCon and on the PTR, because it was the same hero. Nothing has changed, right? That was arguable. Well, it was the same patch to what we've got here. But it just feels so much different because it's in like a more competitive environment. Of course, we'll finally learn about this hero when we get it in competitive. But, I mean, wow, guys. Absolutely wow. And you can see again, look, I've got gold eliminations again. Healing done, like one death. You know, is this me being a good player or is this just the hero's OP? All of this we will find out, you know, as we get into wow, guys. I am off to go and play Moira, and that is not me just ending the video because I think it's a good thing to say. No, I am off to play Moira, and I'm going to play her all day. I'm going to buy the golden weapons for Moira. I'm going to buy all the skins for Moira. I am Moira, ladies and gentlemen. Ladies and gentlemen, I've been Moira in this Unit Lost. If you'd like to follow me on Twitter, you can do. It's at Unit Lost Gaming. And yeah, like the video, guys. Wow. Subscribe to the channel. Wow. Guys. Holy hell. I'll catch you on the next one. Toodaloo.